Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Gabbin with Grubbs, a principals podcast. Earlier this year, I was invited to be a guest on a podcast in one of our fourth grade classes, and it inspired me to do my own podcast. Over the 19 years I've been here at Grandview, I've sent out hundreds, maybe thousands of different pieces of communication, mostly in the newsletters to parents or emails to staff, sharing information or directions so that my focus with this podcast is just to talk to guests about our school that I think is the grandest in the land. So, welcome to Grandview Elementary, a Leader in Me school here in Windsor, Colorado. Let's get to Gabbin. My first guest here is Harper Johnson from Miss Zappa's fourth grade class. Hi Harper, how are you today?
Very good. Kind of nervous.
Kind of nervous, huh? Oh, well, that means you want to do a good job at everything you do, right?
Yeah.
Well, just relax. All we have to do is talk to the people that are listening, all right?
All right.
Hey, I invited you to be on this podcast because I really liked what I saw earlier this year when you put a poster of yourself in the Leader in Me goals section of our hallway. And whenever you and I have had talks, you are a super cool kid. You're fun and funny, so no need to be nervous. Just be yourself. Speaking of yourself, how would you describe yourself?
Weird, energetic, and kind.
You are a kind person. I appreciate that about you. You said energetic. What do you like to do in your free time?
Play with my friends, read, or draw.
Nice. I also heard you like magic. Is that true?
Yes. I'm trying to conquer spells or something.
Conquer spells, huh?
Yes.
All right. Who do you practice with?
Uh,
Or practice on? Have you cast any spells on your friends?
no.
That's good. Okay. How about me as your principal? What's something you know about me, or maybe something you've heard?
You have been a teacher for kindergarten, and you have, well, as you just said, you've been teaching at Grandview for 19 years.
Yeah, getting old.
Said yeah.
All right. Any crazy stories or silly things you've seen me do or heard about?
No.
No? All
No.
right. Well, maybe I'll have to try harder to make you laugh.
Mhm.
How about Grandview? Tell the listeners something cool about Grandview.
Lots of friends.
Yeah? You got a lot of friends here?
Yeah.
You want to give them a shout out? Say hi to your friends.
First of all, hi Charlie. Second of all, if you recognize my voice, this is Harper, by the way, and hi to my friend group. I'm not gonna name them all because that's way too much.
Well, that's a good problem to have. All right. As you heard me say, we're a Leader in Me school. How have you liked being a Leader in Me school?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, digging it? What's something you've learned this year about Leader in Me?
Big rocks come first.
Okay. Now, if there's anyone out there listening that doesn't know what big rocks means, how would you explain that?
For example, like school or family or friends, or in my case, magic.
Aha, the things that are really important to you?
Yes.
All right. And you got to keep first things first?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. How about Grandview again? Do you think kids that go to Grandview are lucky?
Yes.
Yeah? Why so? Why are kids lucky to go to school here?
Well, there is lots of fun equipment, and all the teachers are pretty nice.
Cool. All right. So we got good stuff and good teachers. Anything else that you would want to like bring into the school to make it even better?
Frogs.
Frogs, huh?
Or just plain ducks.
Frogs and ducks. So instead of the Grandview Eagles, would be the Grandview Ducks or the Grandview Frogs?
I was thinking like a little pond.
Oh, yeah? A pond. Out by the garden, maybe?
Yes.
For the ducks to land in and the frogs to hop around? Awesome. Well, Harper, thanks for being my guest on Gabbin with Grubbs. We'll let you get back to class here and all the hard work that you do. What do we always tell our listeners in the morning after morning announcements?
Be responsible, be respectful, and be kind.
Awesome. High five.
So, yay.
All right, my next guest is the famous Coach Klatt. Coach, how you doing today?
Fantastic, thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate you being on my podcast. My first question's a simple one. How many years have you been a physical education teacher?
Taught 25 years in Windsor, and I did 2 years at Platte Valley Youth Corrections in Greeley.
Awesome. So throughout all those years, I'm curious, when did you become interested in helping kids connect their PE and health experience with their academic success? I feel like I've seen you do that a lot in class. When did that come about?
My first experience, I was substitute teaching at Heath Junior High in Greeley, and I was able to obtain a long-term sub position teaching English. And I actually was teaching poetry and writing, and from there I went into the math side of things and substitute taught in math, and I found, for me personally, some of my obstacles happened to be reading and math, and so I was trying to figure out ways to incorporate that into physical movement because that was my passion. And I found for my own self, having to attend summer school in 1993, from not having the ability to go and ask a teacher for extra help or assistance, I needed to break down that personal barrier of my own self and give that opportunity to students. So that became a very large passion of mine, is to incorporate active academics.
Nice. Well, yeah, I've got to see you in action over the years, and I feel like you do a great job of tying in how being in good physical health helps your mental well-being. So I also remember when you interviewed for the position at Grandview, you mentioned to the interview committee that you were on the football team at the University of Northern Colorado that happened to be back-to-back national champs. My last guest, young fourth grader, claimed to be a mini Aaron McDonald. I don't know anything about that guy, but I hear a little bit about you. Back in the day, who was a pro star that you wanted to be compared to?
Oh, there was so many. Neil Smith, Derek Thomas, Barry Sanders. It was endless with the number of folks. Lawrence Taylor. There were some phenomenal athletes. Carl Mecklenburg.
I met that guy, actually.
See, I would love to sit and have lunch with him.
Yeah, big old huge blonde guy. Yeah, he was a mountain of a man. All right. I bet you could talk a lot about football. What other sports are you into?
I grew up competitively ski racing and riding horses.
Nice.
Rodeo was one of the hidden gems that a lot of folks would never guess.
Nice. Can you rope?
Can rope.
Nice.
I'm not a bull rider. Standing in front of a bull and dodging and fleeing, definitely natural, but not a favorite.
All right. Nice.
More of a rodeo clown, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. Yeah, little gems, hidden gems. All right, next question. Kind of curious about your thoughts with Leader in Me. That's been new for our school this year. You have a great reputation and a legacy of connecting our community to things already at Grandview. You do field day, you do family fitness, helped with fall into reading. You're always a big component of the Grandview track program that turned into a whole fifth grade district program. The list goes on and on, but talk to us a little bit about your hope for getting the community to help us take Leader in Me forward. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've got a lot of opportunities. I've been working with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. We're doing a fly fishing unit currently in physical education and more life skills that have an opportunity to blend out into the community. So working with CPW about stocking a lake that's catty corner to us, and then have an opportunity to open up to parents and kids to go over and have an opportunity in an afternoon to fish together and enjoy time, just like we do our ski trip. It's so nice to get on a chairlift with kids and what you learn and what kind of conversations we have with parents and with each other. And just the community in itself, what it builds, and then bringing it back to the culture and climate of Grandview. It's been eye-opening to see on a personal level when you are able to sit side by side and spit sunflower seeds and catch fish. The conversations that happen, they take your teaching hat off and just you're a person.
Nice. Well, you know me, I'm always down for going fishing. So, all right, besides the famous rock story that we're not going to go into in this podcast, what's a fun memory you got about working with me here at Grandview over the years?
There is a list.
All right, remember, podcast and appropriate for all of
There's a list.
all our ages.
I think the impact person that Mr. Grubbs is, that having an opportunity to lose my dad, speaking at his funeral, at his service, was brutal. And you were my safe face in the crowd that pulled me together, that gave me the will to want to speak. But being supportive in a way beyond just as a boss, as a friend, as a mentor. You do things that challenge me to want to be better. And not only in education, but as a person, as a friend. Not to get choked up, but that's heartfelt. We've shared a lot of really good times, a lot of good stories, and some that we can laugh at, some that we can cry at. But that one puts a really special spot in my heart.
Wow. Well, thanks, Coach. It's an honor to be there for you, one person to another, just as you are one professional to another, always having my back. So thanks for being vulnerable and opening up for our listeners and just being a good human being. So thanks for all you do, and thanks for being on my podcast, Gabbin with Grubbs.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you.